Hi everybody, and happy Halloween. Well, it's Halloween afternoon as I'm filming this. I'm done with work and I thought I would film this before the festivities begin, although I don't know if I'm really doing anything. I don't know if I'm going to go out or not. I have a costume and all that every year that's ready, but I don't feel too much like being around crowds today. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, I actually burnt a lot of candles this month. I've kind of gone into semi-retirement, so I'm actually at home more, and I find that I'm burning a lot more in the afternoon sometimes as well as in the evening. So I'm going to do a candle empty video, or wax empties, for the month of October rather than for 2 months as I have been doing, because I have enough this month of October. And unlike previous months, I've actually kind of taken some notes as I was burning things and being semi-organized like an actual candle person, YouTube candle person. Anyway, it's an attempt. So let's get into what I've been burning this month, or what I did burn this month of October. First up, I would like to talk about, I think these are more or less in the order I went in. Bath & Body Works Spiced Pomegranate Cider. I don't know if you can see because I used it all, but the wax on this was such a beautiful kind of color. And I really liked this one. It says here that it's ruby red pomegranate, sweet apple cider, muddled blackberry, star anise. I don't really know what pomegranates smell like, but this just had a really pleasant, I get the berry sort of scent, muddled blackberry, the star anise, and a little bit of some sort of fruit that must be pomegranate. And this was sort of a nice transitional autumn sort of scent. I really liked it. I had been hearing that some people didn't, or didn't get any throw from it, but I got a pretty decent throw, and I didn't have any burn issues with it, and I definitely would get spiced pomegranate cider again. Another one I did a little earlier on, let's see, this one here. It's a White Barn, Bath & Body Works Toasted Graham Latte. And I will tell you, this one also, this was a good month for me, pretty much. I really liked this one. There's definitely a graham cracker crust. To me, there was a milky and a bit of a light coffee scent. Now, I've heard people saying they didn't smell any coffee, but I smell coffee. I'm a barista part-time, okay? Like, I'm familiar with coffee. To me, there's like, yeah, I get a bit of a coffee smell in this. And definitely kind of like a sweet, marshmallowy sort of scent. This was a great candle that I really enjoyed the scent on. However, I am sad to report the one that I got, had puny wicks. Yeah, I had to pour some out and it was okay after that, but it definitely had the puny wick syndrome. But I would get it again too. I did really like it. Also, early in the month, like end of September, beginning of October, I burnt this one. I was just curious to try it. I was at Ross and there were several by this company, Prism, that were sort of in different formats, and they looked pretty, and some nice scents, Aztec Spice, and I don't know, a couple of other scents. This one was Bohemian Rhapsody, Bloomin' Prosper, Prism candles, and I thought I would try it because the smell really appealed to me. It was kind of like, this is going to sound strange, but kind of like chai and tobacco. And upon burning, it burnt okay. I did have to pour wax out of it at one point. But I didn't really, other than the one time, I really didn't have any issues with it. It was kind of a medium throw, like a 5 or a 6. Wasn't really strong, but it was definitely present. And I would try some of their other ones. It was only $7.99. And they had big, tall, like gypsy candles, and different kinds from this company. If they do a holiday one, maybe I'll get that if they come out with one. All right, what next? let's go to the Yankee candles. I did do a couple of Yankee candles this month. I had a couple of autumn ones that I had gotten on at Bed Bath & Beyond, as you can see, for $6 and some change when they were on clearance, which is, I'll just get these when they're really cheap. I don't do the mail order, and we don't have a Yankee store in Hawaii, so. And, you know, really, I thought I would try this. I don't think I tried, well, maybe once before, this kind of, whatever kind of wax you call this, in the tumbler style. Autumn in the Park. It was like a, I would say apples, definitely kind of a fresh leafy scent, or that the like fallen leaves. I'm not getting too much. I don't know what the scent description from the company is, so I don't really know what it was supposed to be, but that's what I get, sort of apples and leaves smelling. It's a pleasant enough scent, but I would have to say, really, the first couple of burns, it was so light, I could barely smell it. It did get better after like the first 2 or 3 burns. I would say it was maybe a 5 throw. You know, Yankee, it's not going to blow you out of the apartment or anything, but it was maybe like a 5. And it did soot, as you can see at the end, but that was my fault because the last time I burnt it, I didn't really trim it, so that's not Yankee Candle's fault, that's Kaiwaza's fault. The other one I burnt from Yankee Candle this month, also $6 and some change from Bath & Body Works, was Pumpkin Pie. Okay, so what a tale of woe this candle has been. Okay, this is definitely my dud of the month. Least favorite, most aggravating candle of the month. You know those kind of candles that you just want to blow them out and throw them against the wall and smash them to pieces and be like, why am I even doing this? I did finally end up just burning it for the light and burning other things at the same time just to let it run out. But the scent on this, what did I say? Yeah, the first burn, it had a really odd smell, really weird and unpleasant. And then as it went down, the next burn and the rest of the way actually, I would say it had a slight bakery scent to it and very little light pumpkin. A little bakery, light pumpkin, very light thrower. Had to be standing over it to smell it, and essentially I had to pour wax out of this thing, you know, several times, and you know, I was trimming the wicks and whatnot, but this candle, I finally just, as you can see, it's all suited up near the end, just let it burn to burn it. But this is one of those candles you're like, why am I even doing this? I mean, really, why am I even doing this? Pumpkin Pie. Will never ever buy it again. I mean, famous last words, but yeah. Okay, now let's take a minute here and we're going to talk about some melts, okay, and other things. And then we'll go back to candles. But also, because I took notes, it's going to be a longer video, so aren't you excited? We can have like 20 minutes of candles. Anyway, quickly I will go through Yankee Candle melts that I have, that I gotten on sale at Bed Bath & Beyond. Won't take long on it because there's not too much to say. Autumn Wreath, kind of an apple leafy smell again, and this one was okay. I'd say maybe 5 throw. It was alright. Cranberry Chutney, I have several of these. I got them on sale, and I gotta tell you, they smell wonderful on cold sniff, and they smell like absolutely nothing when they are burning, and I was standing right over it and still like nada, nothing, whatever. Okay, and now finally for the melts here from Yankee, another big disappointment. Yankee Candle Candied Pecans. This is a new scent this year. It was for the autumn and holiday, whatever, line. I'd smelled the candle. It smelled fantastic. Fantastic. Just you know, pecans with the sugary, caramely kind of scent. I thought this is going to be like a really, really good. But I want to get a tart to make sure. I'm not going to pay full price for the candle. Maybe I'll get it when they go on, you know, after holiday sale, whatever, for next year. So let me try a tart at full price. So I got a full $1.99 tart, and absolutely nothing. Nothing. I mean, if I stood right over the melter, I would get a little bit of a pecan-y, caramely scent. Little bit. Very light. It's standing over it. Otherwise, nothing. It was like just plain old air. Done with it. Okay. Now, they had on sale a brand I've never used before. I'm kind of branching out into some of these waxes, tarts and such, melt. Essence, and they had several of them on sale for good price, $1.79, and they were Halloween ones. I don't know why they were on sale, because it's the season you would buy them. But anyway, this one was called, I got a couple of them, but this is the only one I burnt so far, or melted. It's called Pumpkin Potion. They had like a pumpkin, regular pumpkin, but I thought I was kind of curious about Pumpkin Potion because it smelled sort of interesting. And when I burnt it, it smelled exactly like what it smelled on, you know, Cold Sniff is how it melted. And it was a magnificent throw. I mean, like an 8. I mean, 8 or 9, really. Like it was stronger than anything else I was burning. I was burning this in combination with other things, and this is what I could always smell over everything else. And it's a really wonderful scent. This is my pick of the month, absolutely. And it's very unusual. It's a pumpkin scent, not a lot of the spice and nutmegs and cloves and whatever. It's pumpkin, but the pumpkin potion, the potion part, there is an effervescent, fizzy smell to it. And I know that sounds weird. I thought it seemed weird, like pumpkin and fizzy. I don't know what, you know. But I'm telling you, it's the bomb. It's totally the bomb. It's like if there was a pumpkin cream soda, this is what it would smell like. And it filled the entire apartment. And I would burn it for like 3 nights and it would fill the entire apartment. I loved this. I mean, this to me was a find. Something, a fall scent, pumpkin scent, but something really new and different. The Pumpkin Potion, like a pumpkin cream soda. It was very, very good. Also, something worth mentioning, I burn a lot of tea lights as well, and I got on sale for $1.99. They were clearing out some Yankee Candle tea lights, which I've never gotten before, because I usually just get like unscented ones or whatever's really at Ross when I'm there cheap or whatever, because I never get scent off of tea lights. I mean, I get scented ones just because they're cheap or whatever, but like I never in my life, I think, had a tea light that I could actually smell by itself until this. Salted caramel tea lights. I'm telling you, blew me away. I mean, I lit one tea light and I could smell it in the entire apartment. I lit one tea light in the bathroom one night and I could smell it in my living room over what I was burning in the living room. These things are amazing, and I burnt this entire box. I have another box, but I burnt this whole box. And every time, they're great to mix with other things because this is really strong. I mean, you can smell it with other things that you're burning. It might even overpower a whole other like candle, but I was really impressed. I said I got to try some other ones, and they just put some other autumn Yankee Candle ones on sale that I got at Ross, but I don't smell them nearly as strong as this one. Salted caramel, man, that is intense stuff. Okay, a few more to go. The rest are Bath and Body Works candles. Now, first up, Pumpkin Woods. Let me look at my notes here. Okay. This is something new. I think there's kind of a trend with Bath and Body Works. You know how they're always like the two things that they seem to be doing a lot lately, and I'm kind of in favor of it because they repackage a lot of stuff. But lately, it seems they're combining mahogany teak wood with other things, and they seem to be combining like fresh balsam with other things. And that seems to be a trend. And I'm kind of on that bandwagon because I do like both of those scents. Pumpkin Woods, it says here, is supposed to be how they're selling it. Woodland spruce, cedar, clove buds, smoky vanilla. You know, interestingly, it doesn't say anything about pumpkin, and indeed, there is no pumpkin. But it is like the cedar or fresh balsam. I can't tell the difference between all these pine scents, and people say, oh, it's a pine tree scent rather than a Christmas tree scent, or a cedar rather than a blue spruce or whatever. I can't tell. I don't know. I live in Hawaii. I mean, a pine tree is a pine tree. I don't know. It's fresh balsam. That's what I call everything from Bath and Body Works. The fresh balsam scent with I'd say just a little bit of like almost like a leafy, autumny, leafy smell of something else. Plants other than balsam. I liked this one. It was kind of on the it was okay until about halfway through, and then it got pretty light for me. I mean, I would say it was only like a 4 or a 3 after about halfway. I just really couldn't smell it, and like salted caramel tea lights were blowing it out of the universe or whatever. So, and it unfortunately had the kind of wicks that like curl in on themselves, and that kind of became an issue sometimes because they would kind of put themselves out. So the wicks were not good on this one, but I mean it was okay, and I love the fresh balsam. So I kind of like I like all these ones they're doing. They're combining fresh balsam with something else. I'm kind of on that bandwagon. I like it. Okay, this one. Yeah, this was definitely a winner for me. It's a very pretty package. This is Heirloom Apple. Red Cortland apple. Like, I mean, do apples have different scents too? I really don't know. Creamy sandalwood and marshmallow. I don't know about sandalwood, but I mean, this is like apple and marshmallow or apple and vanilla. It definitely is. It's a beautiful scent. This was a really nice candle. If Pumpkin Potion weren't like the wildest, most original creative thing, this probably would have been my pick of the month. It was a good thrower, like, you know, a 7 or so, you know, filled the space well. I didn't have any issues with the burn at all, and it was pretty clean burn, and it smelled really pleasant. I mean, like, I don't know where you see vanilla and apple together really that much, but it works really well. I really liked it. That was a good one. Okay, and then my last 2 candles, which I'm just finishing up now, but I'll go ahead and talk about them. Okay, I got this one last year at like SOS. Really disappointing. Pumpkin carving. People are saying this is heirloom pumpkin. I don't know. You know, sweet cinnamon pumpkin, whatever. I don't know. I can't tell. But it's pumpkin something, kind of an earthy pumpkin. Not a lot of spices. Not, you know, it's more of an earthy pumpkin. But this candle was also very, very frustrating. Really cute, but oh, I had to like pour wax out of it 2 or 3 times, and I would pour wax out, and like an hour later, puny wicks, pour more out, puny wicks, pour, and you know, it doesn't throw well when it's like that. And so really, like, at least half of the candle, if not 2/3 of the candle, was puny wicks and a light throw, which is unfortunate because it's a nice scent, but what are you going to do? This one, and this is another new scent this year, one of the ones where they are combining a couple of scents. This is from Bath and Body Works. Very pretty cover. Mahogany, picture, whatever. Mahogany Apple. And as I mentioned before, this is one of those scents where they're taking like the mahogany, teak wood, whatever, and combining it with something else. In this case, with apple. And it says, red mahogany wood, golden delicious apple as opposed to red Cortland apple, pink peppercorn, fresh lavender. Yeah, I don't know who writes these things or where they're getting all that, but I suppose maybe a touch of lavender, but I'm just getting that mahogany. It's that men's cologne mahogany teakwood smell that I really do like. And there is a bit of an apple, although I think it was probably 2 or 3 burns before I really started getting any apple from it at all, but I did get some after that. This one gave me no problems on the burn, no problems with the wicks. The throw was very good. Again, this is probably like an 8 or 9. I could smell this no matter where I put it, and if I put it in the bathroom, I could smell it out here in the main room, along with whatever else I was burning out here. So for me, Mahogany Apple is a definite winner. I would get it again. I like it. As far as I'm concerned, I hope they just keep combining mahogany teakwood with whatever and put balsam with whatever, because I like it. I like it. Now I want to end. I know I've just been going like forever. This is like the longest candle empties video ever I think I've done. I want to mention something. It's not a candle, but it's so fantastic. I just want to like share it with you and let you know. You know I love balsam. Like fresh balsam is probably my favorite candle in the world. And I love, I don't talk about it that much, but I use Bath and Body, or at all really, but I do use Bath and Body Works shower gels sometimes, not all the time, but I use them and have several, and I don't really do reviews on them. So I love their twisted peppermint one especially well. And I do like different kind of scented soaps and that sort of thing. I was in, of all places, Barnes & Noble this week, obviously not looking for bathing products, but they had, with their holiday cards and Christmas books and things that they were putting out, a whole section, a little section, like a table of this company, Michael Design Works, that had like hand soaps, bar soaps, candles, and they had a bar of soap. They had a couple different kinds. They had like a peppermint one, which was okay, but like I said, I love twisted peppermint from Bath and Body Works. They had this soap called Snowy Night Fresh Cut Christmas Tree soap. And I mean to tell you, this is the most fabulous soap I think I've ever smelled in my entire life. It is like the Fresh Balsam candle. I mean, it's like that intense as that candle, because that candle is so intense. But I don't find the body wash to be that intense. This is so intense. I mean, it was sort of, you know, you have a moment in a store sometimes when you discover something, you're smelling it, and it's like, whoa, the angels are singing, and you're going. It was kind of like that. It's not cheap. It was, I mean, you know, it's $8.95, so it's $9 for the bar of soap. But I gotta tell you, I had to have it. I mean, this is, and it's really beautiful. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the package afterwards, but it's super pretty. And the smell is amazing. So you might actually want to go to Barnes & Noble's and check out if they have it in your store kind of close to the registers. They have like a table out with these products on it. But this soap, Fresh Cut Christmas Tree, Snowy Night, Shea Butter Soap made in England. Amazing. Can't wait to use it. So anyway, those are my empties for the month of October. That was like so long. Thank you if you made it all the way to the end, and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and let me know if you have any of these candles or melts or whatever, what your thoughts are. I like to hear your ideas and your experiences. So thank you for watching. I hope you had a great Halloween, and I will see you on the next video. And then I threw together all the remnants of my October candles into the melter to do one sort of grand masterpiece Halloween night melt.